What's up, everybody? Guess what? As soon as I'm done with today's Wordle Solve, I'm going to give you guys a massive, and I mean massive, titanic Wordle results update for our amazing February competition. It will give us the results all the way up to and including February 6th. Yep, the first 6 days of everybody's results will be posted, and it's super important because a lot of you were a little concerned on my results getting posted. Is Art catching them? So you'll know if I got all your results. And don't worry, for those who I do not have all your results, in the description, I have actually put everybody who is missing at least one result. Okay? So if you give it to me, I will make sure that you're still going to be included in the calculations. Okay? So the calculations that I'm about to show you at the end of the solve will only include those folks who I was able to get everybody's result. Okay, so let's first see how we do on February 8th, right, guys? Because this is going to count. This is going to count towards like the second week. And actually, I think, okay, short. I do want to just pull up the, give me a second just to pull up the file just to be safe. But I'm pretty sure we want short is the word for today. And, darn it, I keep picking up the wrong file. Why is that? Here we go. Yeah, today is the 8th. We're going to do short. Okay? And guess what? We haven't had it yet. We have not had short yet. So wouldn't it be great if everybody got a hole in one? Did we get... not sure. Did we get short in one? Oh! Okay. I was like, no, could it possibly be? All right. So we had an S word the other day. It was swath. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit trappy. This is where it really, really pays to remember previous words. Oh boy, here we go. So of course, that T could probably go in all three positions. We'll start with ST up front. All right, so, we've had stash, we've had staff, we've had steak. Funny thing is we haven't had that steak yet. We haven't had this steak, the steak that you can eat. We did have this one though. Okay. So this is a good one. I mean that's actually not bad. You're gonna test the T's location. E and the A are good vowels to introduce, and the K is not bad because you could have some SK words, although I don't see too many SK words that would loan themselves with that T. So for that reason, I'm still thinking about putting in steak because it's pretty solid, but just maybe a little bit more strategic to try to rule out as many as possible. Okay, we had stead. So steak is not looking bad. What else can we do with the ST up front? We did have style, so we're not going to do that. We recently had stint. We've had Stein. We had stain. There's satin. So we've got satin and steak. This is basically luck, right, guys? And trying to avoid getting into a horrible trap. And then there's stalk. Really what I want to do is just try to avoid, I just want to kind of get some extra letters tested that could go after that S. Do you know what I mean? So SL, like how useful would that be? It's not going to be slant because the T's not last. Okay, maybe let's look at it like this. I mean, what else could go after that? You know what I mean? I mean, it could come down to, maybe if the T just goes there, that's the way we need to look at this, right? Does the T go second? All right. So we would have steak in that case. And what else? What was the other word that I saw? Stalk. Steak and stalk. Okay. There's steep too. Ouch. Steak, stalk, steep. And steel. That's enough. Steak, stalk, steep, steel. Okay. Now let's see. So satin was one that could go with the T third. Satyr wouldn't work since we lost the R. And now and I don't really see too much else. I just see the satin there. Okay. And then we've got this. You could have spite. Shoot, you could have spite and spate. We won't have Smith, and we had it. So spite and spate. I think I'm leaning more towards this one. So let's think about this. So steak, if the K lights up, then we're going to go with, it'll have to be stalk. If neither of the K's light up, then it would be steak, stalk, steep, and one other. I forget what it was, but I think steak is a good start. Let's go for it. Did we get steak in 2? So steep, I'll be very happy with the 3. Steep in 3? Yes. Okay, good. Guys, you're going to see why I'm being very careful and taking my time once you see the results. But I'm very happy with that result. I feel like I think steak was it was good. It was a pretty good guess. Let's actually see how Scoredle would have performed, right? Okay, I'm very happy with the result. Because you needed to do steak first to see if you got stalk, right? So it was steep. We started with short. Let's do what Scoredle would have done. So they want to do state next, and then steed, and then steel, whoa, and steep. And it does get it in 3. So we tied, you can see below, guys, right? We tied Scoredle, which is cool. And now what do I want to do? Maybe just check to see how my guesses were. Short, and then I did steak. And wow, I had 22 possibilities. Steed, steel, steep, stein. These all seem a little bit like second-rate words. So I think, and I already ruled out stein and steel. And we had steed, so actually it was steep. So steak, for me at least, was a great guess. That was really cool. So there you have it. I don't think too many people are going to go straight from short to steep, because you wouldn't want to test the 2 E's, right? You want to get an extra vowel in there. So I think I should be able to hold my own with the top competitors. Guys, are you ready? Thank you so much for your patience. And, you have to just trust me. Sometimes there will be a little bit of a lag between when I can update the results, because, I am a busy guy. And, I don't dedicate my whole life just to doing YouTube videos. I have a full-time profession. So, again, thanks for your patience. So let's go ahead and talk about the results. So what do we got here? We've got, first off, at the top, you've got your Wordle number. I'll use my little hand here. So you've got the Wordle number, and again, we have the first 6 days, 1323 through 1328. The answers, as you might recall, were rivet, chore, review, tooth, petal, and pupil. So because this is a head-to-head against art contest, I've set myself apart at the top, and these are my scores for those days. We've got 4 on rivet, I got a 3 on chore, a 3 on review, a 3 on tooth, and then I started a backslide with a 4 on petal and a 4 on pupil. Okay? So, and then the 6-day total will be important when we get to the 28 days. Of course, it'll be important for tie breaking. Okay? And I also just included the daily average so that you can see how see what your average guess was per day. All right, now what we'll do is I'll just show you how these calculations work with the first person here who is doing amazing, Bridge Bogey. And then I'm basically just not going to read every single little detail within the results, but I'll just, list off the people in little packets based off of their points. Okay, so since it's head-to-head, what I'm doing, as an example, we look at Bridge Bogey. So if there's a 1, that means that person beat me that day. It doesn't matter by how much. The point is that person beat me. So as you can see, Bridge Bogey gets a 1 on the 1323 with rivet because he beat me. Okay, I'm not displaying what his actual scores were because that just makes the spreadsheet a little bit too cluttered. I think he got a 3. So he beat me, he gets a 1. And then this one I definitely remember, he got chore and 2. He went from earth to chore, which is reasonable. And so he gets a 1 there. Now, we tied on review. We both got 3, so if it's a tie, I put a 0. I actually beat him on tooth. I think he got that in 4, so that's a -1. So if I beat you guys, I put a -1 in the table. And then on petal, he beat me. He got that in 3, and then pupil, he beat me. He got that in 3. So now what I do is I add up those 6 numbers, and if you add them up, you would have a total of 3. Okay, because you'd have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, but then you subtract the 1. So that means that, in effect, Bridge Bogey is exactly 3 points ahead of me. Okay, and that's enough, regardless of what his 6-day total is, that's enough to say, if the competition were to end right now, this guy is going to get a gift card. Okay, and as you can see, we also have a 6-day total, and his daily average is 3. Now, we are early in the competition, so I expect that should start to go up a little bit because it's extremely difficult to maintain a 3 throughout, an entire month, right? Okay, and there you have it. So I just thought I would explain with the first example there. And as you can see, the first 4 people in green are the ones who right now are ahead of me. So congratulations to Mac M, Mark, and Miles. You guys are exactly 1 point ahead of me. So try to see if you can maintain it. And if you do throughout the entire month, then you guys will be receiving some gift cards. In blue, we have the folks who are exactly tied with me because their points ahead are exactly 0. Now, sadly, based on the rules that I established at the very beginning, because their 6-day total is all 21s and it matches mine, these folks unfortunately would not be eligible for a prize. In other words, if you tie me for the points ahead and you're at 0, the only way you get the prize is if you actually had a lower 6-day total. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, guys. And then we have the rest of the pack, and as you can see, there's a whole, I should have probably color-coded the -1s, -2s, and so on. Sorry about that. But as you can see, we have a whole pack here of -1s breathing down my neck. We've got Abigail JS, Bob R, Brian V, Jungle Jim, Lisa G, Melvin TNH, Michelle L, and it looks like, yeah, Michelle L is the cutoff for the -1. So great job, guys. Keep it up. We're only about, not even, 20% in to the contest. So you have a great chance. A little bit more than 20%, actually. All right, and then in our -2 packs, these are people who are just 2 points behind me. So they just lost on two of the 6 days. You've got Alex W, Chris S, Memphis Muir, Noah T, Odd Forest, Tiger Joe, Apple Tom, VYB. Okay? So good job, guys. And then we got our -3s. It's not too late, guys. You can get me. It just means that, we basically tied on 3 days and I beat you on 3 days. But it's early in the stages, so you can catch up. Adam, let's see, California Asian, Miyakota, the Cisco, and the Cisco. And then we've got a -4 with Manise, and then we've got 2 -5s with Green Bloomers and Randy M. Okay? So there you go, guys. So I hope you're encouraged not only to see your results, but also to know that you guys, I have found all of your results. So all 6 days are present. Okay. And then, as I mentioned, those folks who are not on this list, do not panic. Go to the description, and I am putting your name there and which Wordle number I'm missing. Okay? So, for instance, if you go to the description, the first one that I would list there would be Advanced 495. I'm only missing 1326. Okay? So, if you can just give me that result in today's video, guess what? I'll put that in, and you guys will be part of the overall tally. And there's quite a few people in there who I'm sure, if I have those missing results, could potentially be in the blue and possibly even in the green. So anyways, guys, this is super exciting. If it were to end right now, what this means is, in effect, Art is in the hole $400, right? Because Bridge Bogey, Mac M, Mark, and my beloved British compatriot Miles would be getting $100 gift cards, okay? And again, the blue people won't because they're tied with me, but their 6-day total is also tied. You have to beat me on the total in order to get the card. So pretty cool. This took, guys, incidentally, a tremendous amount of work because this is a completely different type of scoring system. And you have to, there's some pretty decent spreadsheet ledger domain going on behind the scenes. And I don't use spreadsheets every day, so I had to do a little bit of research and code quite a bit of this. But it's pretty cool and very exciting, a lot of fun. I hope you guys like it. I hope you appreciate it. We're going to have a great contest. And incidentally, so there's 30 people who I have all the results for. If the other people get the results in, can you believe it, guys? There will be 65 people. Unfortunately, I can tell that a few people did drop out. They mentioned so. Or I only have like 1 day, and I think they just were sort of like a one-hit wonder and decided to move on, which is totally fine. It does take commitment to do this, for 28 straight days. But guys, it is worth it because you could be one of these 4 and maybe join into that green group to take out Art. So there you have it. Before I forget, tomorrow's word should be mentioned, and it is going to be super. Okay, so we're going to use super tomorrow. That's a great super word. Sadly, we have had it, so there's no chance for a hole-in-one. And there you have it, guys. A little bit of a longer video. Holy cow, 18 minutes. But you understand that, of course, I had to, give you guys some results. You deserve it. And I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next round of Wordle.